Hey guys, welcome back to Big Bone Fishing. On today's episode, we're going to be building a 12-volt motor trolling battery box. This one in particular right here. We're going to go over all the steps and parts needed to assemble and get this thing going for you. All right, let's get going. All right, everyone, this is the materials we're going to need to get going on building our 12-volt trolling mortar box / battery box, depending on our needs. We got our weatherproof box here. We got a 50 amp hour lithium battery. We got a 50 amp marine breaker, little fuse protection for the trolling motor. We got our battery leads that's going to be at the end of the box that the trolling motor is going to connect to. We got a switch with some of our accessories that's going to be connected on top of the box. Got a 12-volt DC charger there, dual USB connections for any kind of USB charging. You want to charge your cell phone, listen to music, which also acts as a voltmeter when it's activated. We got our SAE connector here that's going to run at the end of the box as well. So I'm personally going to be connecting a fish finder to this, but if you have anything that's connected using an SAE plug, you can use it on the end of the box as well. All these accessories are going to be connected through this nice little fuse blocks within the box there, just as a little bit of added protection. We got our 4-gauge battery cable with our connections. We got various wires that we're going to use for the accessories. We got some heat shrink, solder, step down drill bit, and some double-sided tape. Any of these materials that you happen to don't know where to get or that I went too fast on, don't worry, they're going to be an explanation put down in the description on the bottom. All right, guys, let's get assembling. First, let's go with the box here. Let's open it up. It's nice. It comes with all this lovely soundproof padding, some sort of foam. I'm sure we can use it, or we may have some sort of use for it after. Looks like you can break it apart into various places. There. Just drop that piece there. You can see that the battery fits nicely in there. What we're going to do, put the breaker there, put the fuse block there, and you can see it closes perfectly. All right, let's get to the assembly. I like to start off with the accessories first, that they're going to go here. So very easy, all you got to do is just take them apart here, and you just unscrew. You can get them off there. See, they just slip right out. Then, what I like to do, I like to line it up like that. Once it's lined up to my liking, I'm going to tape it off here, drill a couple of pilot holes right over there, then use the step down drill bit to drill the holes. And that's what it looks like connected in there. Got the plug here. You got our USB connectors there. You got our 12-volt DC plug right there. Now, you could use this connector that it came with and put it there if you'd like. I just didn't like the look of this being all there as one. I liked it as separate, so that way I can lift it up as I needed. And guys, now we're gonna Drill the holes for the battery lead ends for the trolling motor and the SAE connectors. Let's get going on that. Alright guys, now that we all have it connected, you can open up the box. I've gone ahead actually and put the battery inside the box here. Used one of the foam blocks that came with the box, put it in there and made it all nice and snug. I've also gone ahead and used some double-sided tape and put the 50 amp circuit breaker on top of the battery, as well as the circuit block for the circuit breakers here for the accessories on the battery as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the battery connected to all this. I'm going to start off with getting a battery lead from the positive here to this end of the breaker. So once the breaker's activated, see right now it's not activated, once it's activated, this end will go and turn powered, like it'll put power to there, and one end will go here to the positive end of the battery end leads for the trolling motor. Then from here as well, I'm going to go to the switch. And then what this switch is going to do is now it's going to put power. So when you flick the switch on, the other power will go here to the circuit block. And this is what's going to power the accessories here. All the accessories are going to run through the circuit block and it's going to be individually fused. So if you have any issues, something happens, a fuse will actually pop just like a car. You can just pop out the fuse there and put your new fuse in and away you go. Now let's get going. Now that we got the battery cables all connected, you can see I got the positive end from the battery here going to this end of the 50 amp marine fuse. It's disconnected right now. Then once it's activated and I put this, I trigger it, it'll go from this end here, which will power on the end for the trolling motor. I'm going to put a jumper from here to the switch to activate the switch, and then from the switch I'll activate the circuit breaker block here, and then this is what's going to actually power all the accessories. I want to show you something really quickly on the switch before we get going. You can see that there's 3 prongs here, and I'm not sure if you can see the coloring, but they're actual different colors. These 2 are silver, this is gold. This is where it can get confusing. If you look down here on the other accessories, the gold one is the plus and the silver is the negative. But on the actual switch, it's the opposite. The silver is the positive and the gold is the negative. So what's going to happen is you're going to go, once the power gets activated from the 50 amp breaker, it's going to go from here to the middle one. That's where the battery end goes. Once the switch is turned on, then it's going to power this side. And from here, it's going to go to the positive end here of the breaker. You got a positive end here and a negative end on the other side. So from one positive from the fuse goes to the other positive, from the negative to the negative, to make it simple and make it easy. So you go from positive to here. Once you turn the switch on, this positive will activate the circuit breaker, and then again, these will feed each individual item that we have here, plus there's some spares for more, so that way everything is all fused. All right guys, let's get wiring. Now that we've got everything all wired up, kind of zip tied the wires here to clean it all nicely. See, everything's all nicely wired. Got a positive to the positive end of the rail of the circuit breaker. Got your negatives there. Got your power there. All right, guys, let's just turn it on. There we go. It's all powered up now. Let's close this. Oh, finger got stuck. I'll push it in a little bit. A little fitted. There we go, all closed up. Perfect, look at that. 13.1 volts it's reading. It's activated. Let's test it out. See how things work. Oh, light came on. Should work there. If I can connect this correctly. Go to your cell phone, see if it works. Look at that. All right, let's disconnect it from there. Let's connect this. Oh, same thing. That's working. Let's test out the SAE connector. I have a my Garmin S that I haven't Striker 4, sorry, that I haven't used yet. As you can still see the wrapper still on it. Let's connect the power to it. Let's see if it works. There we go. Let's check this out here. Oh, look at that. All working nicely there. All right, last but not least, let's check the ends here. So I happen to have here a little charging station that I will, sorry, the charger for the battery. Let's test it out here. Let's see the voltage there. Let's go there. There we go. And there we go. Starting to charge it. Reading 21 degrees Celsius. Charging there. 13.4 volts. 13.2. A little bit of change there, but yeah. Look at that. You just disconnect that there. So there. There we go, everybody. Well, that's it there. That's how we build our 12-volt battery box. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the page, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Thanks everyone.